Good morning, class. I welcome you on behalf of Maminshing Online School. As you know, it's English class for HSC students. So, before wasting further time, let's watch everything is fine, everything is okay or not, and what can be said. You know all the things that I will do tell you. Please let me know in comment that whether everything is okay or not. You can see me or not, you can listen me or not, and let me know in comment so that I can start my class. Today here is some electricity problem, so I am a little bit late and network is also not that much okay. I can see. Okay, Ism Farooq Ahmed, how are you? MD Mubarak Hussain, Walaikum Assalam. Please let me know, can you see me properly? Because there is electricity problem, no electricity is here. So there can be watching problem of me. You cannot see me properly. That can happen. Let me know. But is the screen is okay? I think I can start the class and you can listen me. Thank you very much. Then I will ask to share the class, because sometime it happens that some other people cannot remember the time, though I am very regularly taking classes, but last 2 weeks actually due to some reasons I couldn't take your class. Today I will start the topic that I was talking about 2 weeks back. So please share the class so that other people can join. We were talking about English second paper, and this is Nausaba Neha. You know my name. I'm lecturer of Shah Neamatullah College English Department, obviously, and I'm from Chapanamganj. But I'm representing today of Maminshing Online class. So this is my Facebook ID, email. You can just text me there. You can also text me in the comment box so that I can know you have any problem or not. Actually, some of you were actually asking me to discuss the topic. What is the topic? Let's see what is the topic. This is sentence completing. I think you can see the picture, but I will make it more bigger so that you can see me and see the screen. This question is actually complete the sentences using suitable clauses or phrases. So, as I have already explained you what is clause and what is phrase, today I will not go in further explanation, but I will tell you the definition in brief, that what is clause and what is phrase, because sometimes it happen. And what is clause and what is phrase? Actually, clause is a little bit miniature of a sentence. Yeah, you can have a finite verb and a subject. Subject is not compulsory, sometimes it's common, sometimes verb is common, but there will have an intention very clearly that there will be a subject and a finite verb. And obviously, if there will be two clauses, there will have at least one conjunction or connector. I have discussed connectors before this class, so I will not go that, because I know you already know what is connector and what is the role of clause, because I discussed in whiteboard. But if you have any problem, you can see that class after this. I will mention in comment the class link, or you can just scroll it, or if you have any problem you can let me know in comment. So here I can see some of the very good people have joined. Monir Hussain from Agricultural University College, thank you. Maybe it's actually very enjoying and pleasing and honored that you join us and you comment. So if you are a student, you can mention that I'm class in the first year or second year, or you are a teacher, you can just mention. If you're a guardian, just mention from where you are joining me. So you can see this is question number 4. So you can have an idea. English second paper question number 4 is completing sentence. So what is clause, I have already told, but phrases actually don't that type of thing that there will be finite verb or subject both at the same time. If there will be subject, there will be noun phrase, and if it's verb, then will be verb adverb combination and making an adverb or verb phrase. But it's not that, there will be both. So phrases are actually combination of words. As definition, you know, phrases are a group of words that actually work like parts of speech. You know what is parts of speech? Each and every word that is used in a sentence is called parts of speech. But phrases are actually combination of words. That means 2 words or 3 words, and they both actually combining in a parts of speech. Like red ball. You know, ball is a noun, red is a noun, but when we call a red ball, it's a noun phrase. A ball which is red and which is a single thing, a red ball, that's actually phrase, common phrase, noun phrase. But we have very typical phrases. Use either phrases or clauses to complete the sentence. So this is the question. And what is the mark allocation? You will have 10 clues. 10 clues, that means 10 gaps, and then you have to fill them, and for each gap you will have allotted 0.5, not 1.5, and total number is 5. So this is a type of question. I have taken that part from a board question. You can see that industry is the key to success. Industry is the key to success is very common thing if you work hard. This is actually a question that is given. The questions, this part is given, so you can see in your question paper this will be that thing, but the gap is you have to fill. The earlier thing you have understood that there will be gap and you have to fill the gap, but this is that you will have a sentence before the actual gapping sentence, and it can happen there will be sentence after the gap. Here you can see there are a good number of reasons why the full stop, that English is a foreign language, is the main reason. So you can see there are clues even before the sentence or after the sentence. So it's actually context. You have to focus on the context, that which context is there, because if you just see the gapping sentence, the sentence with the gap, you can see just this one. So you can write anything. If you work hard, you will have many money, you will have many things. So there are something, thanks God, alhamdulillah, the electricity has come. So you can see these are actually the things very easy to see, but it will be very easy for you. How I will explain it, there are some more questions. So actually I'm not going to explain the questions today. I will explain very common 2 clues, because I know as you have already passed so many classes or so many online classes, you actually know the rules. As I already always try to tell that I am not here to explain the rules. I will explain how to implement the rules, how you will understand the rules, and how you can have the feeling that okay, by this I can use the rule, utilize the rule to make a sentence, to complete a sentence. So you can see a question here. We are late. The class will start soon. This is actually 2 sentences. First is we are late. The class will start soon. So you can see these 2 sentences are already mentioned. So now you can imagine, okay, this is probably a teacher or a student or a group of people who have a class. So we are late. This is a condition that it's late, it's very late, we are not in right time. What is going on? We are late. The class will start soon. For what? Now you can understand that they are late for a class, so work fast, lest, this is the thing, work fast, lest. So this is a gap. You can say that okay, it's very common, I can do that, I know the rule of lest, completely fine, but how you implement the lest rule is here. What can be the answer? We should, would, might miss the bus, class, train. So here is a very interesting thing. If it was just this portion, work fast, lest, we should, would, might miss the bus, class, train, it was okay. But when the clues are given, we are late, the class will start soon, then we cannot say that we might miss the bus or train. It's obviously that it will be the class, that we work fast, lest we might miss the class. But sometimes you people write the answer that maybe for class I will have to attend, I have to join, or I have to take a bus or a train. So it's also okay. Yeah, it's okay. But sometimes, as I am working as examiner also, I scrutinize. Sometimes I see many teachers don't give the marks if they write train or bus, because it's not directly correct, it's indirectly correct. So if you wanna make good result, if you wanna make ensure that yeah, this is the perfect answer, you have to write class. I'm not telling these are wrong, these are okay, but not directly, indirectly. If you have these three options, then what you will do? You have to choose class. So this is the right to the point answer. So let's see what's going on. We are late, the class will start soon, work fast, list. This was given. We, what, from what can you understand we will be the subject? Here we are late, this was told, we are late, I am not late, we are late, that means we have the class. So we, then should, would, or might, and then miss the class. So what is the structure then? Here is the structure. Actually we use subject at the beginning, then we use should, would, or might, any one of them, should, would, or might. It's compulsory that you will put one of them, but not which one is not compulsory, you can choose any one of them. Then you will have to use base form of the verb, you have to use the base form, so that you can understand what's going on. The bus, class, train, you know, I have mentioned it. Work fast, list, subject, should, would, might, base form of the verb, and this is the actual thing. So here is something else. Let's try to understand what's going on in the sentence, because sometimes I see you know how to fill a gap, but you don't know how to write a sentence with that connector or that type of phrase. Why? Because you don't try to understand the meaning. So let's try to understand what is going on. Do something, that is actually do something. What you do? Work fast. List, subject, should, would, might, something will happen. This is the structure, but do something or something will happen. That means when there will be list, we are actually telling you that this is not going to happen, but do something, otherwise that will happen. So list has a very, very good and very unique type of meaning, that list is not the future. List is we are doing something to prevent the future. That means we have to do this, the thing before the list, it should be done, otherwise the thing after the list will happen. So you can see list have two clauses, before it, after it. So you can understand list is not a simple sentence connector, it's a very, very, very interesting connector that actually used in not simple, that is complex sentence. What is complex, you know. So here something you have to do, that is mentioned before list, and if you don't do that, what will happen? That is mentioned after list. So you can understand list is a very unique type of thing. So if you have any this kind of situation that you say do your homework, lest you will miss the good appreciation. That means if you tell this, you can say okay, but not okay. Why? Because you should miss, you might miss. This auxiliary should have been there because lest is used. So you can understand, whenever you have the intention to say do this, otherwise this will happen, instead of otherwise you can also use lest. And I think this is our very common thing. We like to say this, do this, otherwise this will happen. Instead of otherwise you can also use lest. Do this, lest you should miss the good result. Do this, lest you should miss the gift. So if we use a sentence in this way, I think you can write better, you can read better, and you can express yourself better. So let's have a test. What can be this? Abdul is an HSC candidate. I know many of you are HSC candidate. He is studying hard. He is studying hard. He should do this. So he is studying hard. Lest what? Let's see who can see this. Thank you. Mohammad Mubarak Hussain, second year, welcome. Munir Hussain, second year, welcome. Aziz Reza Prince, question is not clear. The first slide will not be clear, I know that. That's why I used second and third one, that after the slides. I think you have understood that. Otherwise, you can also comment now so that I can text you the question part. We might miss the class. Thank you. Munir Hussain has elaborated the thing. All of you are trying to take should. Farhad Hussain Art, you are laughing. May I know why are you laughing? We have to use subject should might extension after list. Okay. So may I have the answer? Abdul is an HSC candidate. He is studying hard. Lest what can be the answer? He might not be able to make good result. Here is the thing, you will not use might not. You have to use he might make a bad result. You will not use not after the list. Actually, I didn't express it, I implied it. Work fast, lest you should might miss the bus. I'm not telling you might not attend or take the bus. I'm telling you miss the bus. That means you have to avoid not after lest, and you have to use the opposite of something that should be used after not. Okay, Farhad Hussain, you are late, but why you are laughing? I'm not your student, but I'm watching your class. Ghulam Murshid Rubel, thank you very much. Actually, I'm not thinking that you are a student. I know there are so many senior teachers as well. They join our classes, and I am really honored. So that, and it's very, very, very encouraging that you people are watching me. So I think I can wait for further, but I will not wait. I will just end here. He should might fail to achieve desired result. That means I'm not telling that might not attend. I'm telling you might fail, because after list you will not use not. This is actually a hidden clue, and I thought you will understand it. Let's go further. Though Bangladesh is a small country, we are proud of our World Heritage Site. I know you know the rule of those, so I'm not going it like the prior one. I'm just making it fast. It has some World Heritage Site. Let's see how the answer is given. Though Bangladesh is a small country, it has some World Heritage Site. We are proud of our World Heritage Site. You know that we are proud of our World Heritage Site was mentioned. So you can understand that we are proud for what? For having a World Heritage Site. So when we will say that though Bangladesh is a small country, so our subject is mentioned. I will explain it how we have understood, but this is the thing, she or it has some. So World Heritage Site, and we actually got World Heritage Site from the next sentence. and like this you can understand after the sentence or before the sentence there will be clue, and you have to understand there is clue, so I have to use that clue in filling the gap or completing the sentence, so I can make it more easier. Bangladesh is actually the subject before the clause. That means in this sentence, though Bangladesh is a small country, she or it has some World Heritage Site, this is actually a sentence, and you can understand with this, though Bangladesh is a small country is actually a clause, and she or it has some World Heritage Site is another clause. So this is complex sentence. When there will be though and this type of thing, you will see after the clause the next clause will be depending on the prior clause. So this is something, though Bangladesh is a small country, this is a condition type of thing. I will explain it just now after it. She has some World Heritage Site, so you can understand that the subject is Bangladesh. Here I will not repeat it, I will use the pronoun, as you already know how to use pronoun, and it has. Why proud? Having. So I am using here the main finite verb have, or as it is she, I am using has. So has some World Heritage Site. What? World Heritage Site, and as it is plural, so I am just some World Heritage Site. So you can also say World Heritage Sites. It's actually a mistake. If it was S, that would be better. World Heritage Sites, so you can use here sites, it will be better. So I am telling you why and how we take it. Though and condition, and after the clause, the next clause will be opposite result. That means if we have though, then we'll have something that is not actually following by other thing. That means though I am a good student, I could have done, I didn't make a good result. That means though I was a good student, I didn't make good result. But if I said as I am a good student, I could have told I made a fantastic result. So actually though and so or as is just a opposite. So though is mentioning a condition, and after it the following clause will be the opposite of that condition. As you know, Bangladesh is small country, so small country is obviously will not have that type of World Heritage Site, but here World Heritage Site is there, so I can say this. So test. Okay, I can see Dulal Haldar is saying excellent class. Thank you very much for commenting. Monir Hussain is telling nice presentation, ma'am. Thank you very much. Here is another ma'am mind-blowing presentation. Thank you. I am actually waiting for the answer. So any one of you, if want to write it, you can write the that in comment, and let me see that. Okay. Thank you, Dulal Haldar. You have shared my class, and actually this is the utility, because I don't have that type of thing that you have to attend my class live. But if you have any good side from my class, I will really like to have that. The answer is he should or might fail to achieve desired result. Now you can understand what is that. So I will not actually elaborate today's class. My time is at the end quite, and I have actually made a bigger class. So I think you will have liked my class, and if you have liked my class, you will just share the class and let me know in comment that yes, everything is fine. And please be attentive to your study, because as we are passing a very critical time, we will pray for each and everyone so that we can be happy, peaceful and healthy as well. So if you like my class, let me know in comment and share it, and have a good time. Thank you very much.